Today, I am challenging Infinity Ranked Joe to an 18-hole match play game. This means that we will not keep track of stroke count, so the final score is not going to be -20 to -17. You can think of match play scoring like this. Whoever wins the hole gets 1 point, and if we tie a hole, neither of us gets a point.
Nice shot.
So for example, let's say on the very first hole I get an eagle and Joe gets a bogey. I would be 1 up. Then on hole 2, I get a par and Joe gets a birdie. The score would be even. The fact that I would be at -2 and Joe would be at 0 doesn't matter. The score is even. So match play adds some strategy. You can definitely be more aggressive in certain situations. Now Joe and I were fairly evenly matched. I'm expecting an extremely close game that's very competitive. So let's get right into it. Here we go. Hole 1, 6 mile an hour, mostly headwind. I'll adjust a couple squares to the right. And I'm thinking just a little bit over 3 dots on the 7. Let that ball roll into the hole nicely. I mean, to start with a chip and eagle would be incredible. It would literally be perfect. But, okay, I'm just a little bit ambitious on that eagle desires there. I actually go quite far past the hole. It's not a good approach, but luckily for me, hole 1 green is fairly flat, and this will just be a free birdie. And that is Joe's ball. It's on the right, so he missed eagle, so he's going to sink this birdie putt, I assume, and then the score will just be even. Yeah, there's no way either of us are missing a birdie putt on hole 1. So even going into the second hole, I really think that this game is going to be like close all the way up until the end. Like, we're fairly evenly matched. I don't play against Joe very often, but over the past year, we have matched up in like online lobbies here and there, which has added up to kind of a number of times. So, and it's usually pretty competitive. Like, I don't really know what my win rate would be, but the games, they're usually pretty good. We have hole 2 here. I can see Joe going spoon. Honestly, not a bad play. Like, with this pin position, spoon is usually the preferred club for most like higher or better players. I often see them going spoon. I'm going to stick to 7-iron though.
Nice shot.
Around 3.5 because the wind will push me a bit forward and the pin's at the back. Am I going to get enough roll here? Ooh, okay. Yikes. That was pretty darn close. And that's, wow, 2 very, very nice approaches there. But 2 birdies, so it's kind of funny, actually. Both of us had poor approaches in hole 1. And then hole 2, we both, you know, got better approaches there. But 2 holes in, we are still even. On to hole 3 here. Chance for an eagle. It does depend on the pin position, actually. Ooh, don't really like that one.
Nice shot.
But on hole 3 with like minimal wind, chip and eagle is honestly like possible at really at any time if it's light wind. Like it's not like a free eagle par 5 like 12, 14, 18, but hole 3 it's definitely a par 5 that you do see eagles often.
Nice shot.
Thread the needle here through the trees. And gonna be on the fairway, which is nice. I guess I'll go backspin here. I haven't found a way to consistently get a chip in on these pin positions. But yeah, I'll probably just do backspin here.
Nice shot.
I do think the green on hole 3 is a little bit glitchy. Like, sometimes your roll is like way more than it should be.
Nice on.
But sometimes you don't roll at all, so it can be tricky. I actually spun way too much there, so 20 feet away, not a very good approach. Gotta step up, sink this putt. I actually had a really similar putt to this in a recent online video that I actually missed, so don't want to overpower that. Ooh, and a lip from Joe, wow. I mean, good news for me that he lipped, because obviously if he had sunk that eagle, and I'm going to get this birdie, or even if I got a par, but no, that's a sunk birdie, he would have been going 1 up, and then by default I would have been 1 down, but still even after a lip from Joseph. Now, I think where match play strategy is really gonna like be different than stroke play, like we normally play in this game, is probably holes 9 and 16, I think, because like those are two holes where on hole 9, stroke 2, can you carry the water? And then 16, can you make it through the shortcut? Whereas if you go out of bounds, you're kind of screwed, right? Because you often end up with bogey.
Nice shot.
But since we're playing match play here, like if you go out of bounds on 9 or 16 when you are trying to get aggressive, trying to sink the eagle, it's not going to make a huge difference because it's only 1 point differential, you know what I mean? But hole 4 here, full power 5, and I got a hard kick to the right actually. Power was pretty good, but yeah, I was not expecting such an aggressive kick to the right there. But that's fine. Birdie for me. Joe missed his hole-in-one. Not that hole-in-ones on hole 4 are expected. It is one of the tougher par 3s in the game. But birdie from Joe. Even after 4. Now on to hole 5 here, the second par 5 of the course. A very fun par 5. I do enjoy this hole. Eagles. Okay, we have 9 mile-an-hour tailwind pin on the right. Interesting.
Nice shot.
Similarly to hole 3, it's eagles are not expected here, but you can often get them. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of this pin position, and I'll tell you why. Or using the wedge with backspin for stroke number 3. That's kind of like the common strategy
Nice
to get the eagle with this pin position on hole 5. I bet you we're going to see Joe do that. He's going to go spin. For me, though, I can never seem to get it right. I always lip, and because it's the pins at the top of the hill, I always backspin like 30 feet down the hill. So I don't really want to wedge backspin. I could putt this, but from the fairway, and like I don't think I'm going to get enough power. I like the 7-iron when pins on the left, so I'm thinking maybe we could try 9-iron here. It was pretty much the same strategy as my eagle strategy for pin in the back at left of this green. Just I'm a bit closer than normal. Oh, perfect. Bang. Literally bang. Very nice. And look at that. I told you. I knew it. Joe was going to try the backspin play there. Didn't work out for him, so that's beautiful. That's going to be, regardless of what Joe gets here, if he sinks his birdie putt, if he, I don't even know, he could turn around and drive it into the ocean. Doesn't matter. I will be 1-up after this hole. And good birdie from Joe. I mean, obviously he's not going to turn around and drive into the ocean, but finally break the deadlock. After 5 holes, I am 1-up. On to hole 6 here. Very, very dependent on the pin position. Ooh, we get rightward pin position. Okay, interesting. That's fun, actually. When you have pin on the right, just drive to the right.
Nice shot.
I will spoon just because that's what I'm familiar with in terms of like power, but just get the ball on the right here. And now pin's at the back right. It's not front right. So I'm kind of contemplating here. Like I don't know. I kind of want to go for the chip and eagle. Thing is, if I attempt the chip and eagle, I'm not going to go backspin. And what that's going to mean is I'm either going to get a beauty chip and eagle, or I'm going to get a really, really tough birdie putt. So I am going to go for it, though. I'm going to take the risk. No spin here. It's a risk, but it could pay off. I mean, I don't really want to give up my lead literally the very next hole, but to extend it would be sick. Okay, yeah, so I was still a little over half a square to the left there. I was hoping, and I can't too much power too. Okay, that's, like I said, now I'm left with a really tough putt. And Joe's probably in for birdie, so I gotta sink this now to maintain my lead. Oh, I lipped. Shoot. Okay, well, that's a par. And, okay. That's a birdie from Joe. Literally 1 hole after I get a nice chip and eagle on hole 5, we are back to even. Yeah, I mean, okay, the power that I went there, honestly, if I had just gone backspin, I probably would have been in for a free birdie putt, but I didn't want backspin there. But because I didn't go backspin, I mean, I just messed up the power, really. I thought the power would have been perfect, but just a bit too much on that. Here we go, hole 7. Literally, like, I'm telling you, Hole 7 when you're playing offline, like in a private lobby. Hole 7 trying not to get hurricane winds challenge, level impossible. I don't know if I've ever played hole 7 in an offline lobby where I don't have strong wind. And now I'm thinking spoon. I mean, I've been liking the spoon lately for left side pin position on hole 7, but it's going to be really tricky with this wind. I don't know how much to adjust because, like, seriously, I mean, how much experience do I have golfing in a literal hurricane? Like, pretty much none. Power actually looks decent. Actually, okay, no, it wasn't decent at all. The wind was more, I mean, yeah, that was, yeah, okay. Messed up the wind, but actually, I think I'm fine here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I could, it's relatively flat. I think I can putt this and still sink birdie here. I don't know where Joe's ball went. Oh, he's in the water. Okay, well, that is, I mean, that changes things. Oh, nice. Okay. Jumped out of the hole there. It's like there's like a mini trampoline inside the hole. You're just boing right out. But yeah, that's actually fine. Because Joe's in the water, so I'm assuming he's gonna get bogey here. Which, pretty sure that was his par chip. So if he's in for bogey here, it didn't really matter if I sunk that putt or not, because I'll be going one up. And it is bogey. Okay. So game is starting to heat up here. First 4 holes even, then it goes 1 up, back to even, back to 1 up. That's fun. That's fun. Let's go. On to hole 8 here. 2 pars back to back after an eagle. Not really what I want to see. You know, I would like to get an eagle and then have the momentum kind of carry forward into the following holes. But hole 6 and hole 7, terrible approaches, so gotta dial that back in. I'll do 7 iron here. Under full power with backspin.
Nice shot.
Oh, it's terrible. Actually terrible. 3 holes in a row. 3 bad approaches in a row. After a
Nice on.
seemingly perfect play on hole 5. Yeah, I gotta get dilated here. Gotta get absolutely dilated. That's not a bad approach from Joe. Ooh, very nice. Barely snuck that in, but good. Good putt. Good birdie. I needed that. I'm not giving up my advantage again. Now, I wouldn't say this is the easiest putt, but yeah, he should sink that every time. Good birdie from Joe. So here we go. The third of 6 par 5s in the game. Final hole of the front 9. We got hole 9 here. 6 mile-an-hour tailwind. See, now this is interesting.
Nice shot.
Would I attempt to drive onto the green in an online match? That I don't know, but I am going to try it here because, like I said, if I go in the water and you know what, I actually think you can make it with 6 mile-an-hour wind, though. I don't think we're going to be close to the water. But because I can adjust left, if I adjust any left, I'll just hit the bushy tree right up ahead and my ball will drop down. So I'm just going to go right into the bunker here, which honestly is fine.
Nice shot.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're 18 yards away, chipping for eagle. Oh, it looks like Joe made it too. As opposed to being, I guess, 100 yards or more, so I guess it helped a little bit, but we still couldn't make it onto the green in 2. So both of us in the sand here, chipping for eagle. Green goes hard right to left. Shoot, okay, not enough power there. We will make sure we don't micro putt this, so I'm just gonna way adjust and just intentionally give it like literally 0 power. Because in this situation, if you aimed like more in the hole and you tried to give it like maybe half a dot of power, the game would glitch and only give you like a tiny bit, like 0.1 dot of power. So that's why you just have to over adjust for these short side hill putts and then intentionally get like 0.1 of power. It's a way to combat the micro putt glitch, but it's still like, the glitch shouldn't exist, but at least recently I've found a way to combat it. Still one up, going into hole number 10. We got an exciting back nine coming up.
Nice shot.
It's usually, like, I would say the expected score on the back nine is like 3 strokes lower than the front nine, so I'm one up. Stroke count doesn't matter. We're in for a good back nine here. We hold 10. I would like to do backspin with this pin position. 9 iron not going to be enough, so I'll do 7. We will move left. Okay, didn't get the spin there.
Nice on.
It's fine.
Nice birdie.
2 good birdies there on hole 10. Actually, are they good birdies? Because we both missed eagles, so I don't even know if I would say that's a good birdie. But hey, the game is still very close. Going into the 11th, one up on Joe. We got 11 here, 9 mile an hour headwind. I will club up to a 5, do some backspin here. Probably a little bit over 3 1/4 dots in terms of power here. Yeah, wind was a bit stronger than I thought. That's fine though. I see Joe missed his eagle too, so no points gained or lost here on hole 11. Tap this in for birdie.
Nice.
Now on to hole 12. Ooh, albatross is on the table. I mean, yeah, it is like, it's a classic 9 par 5, so albatross is always on the table. And when you're playing offline, hole 12, the max wind you can get is 11 mile an hour, so that's why albatross conditions are like kind of likely. We do have a little bit of wind here, only 4 mile an hour. And pin back left, okay.
Nice shot.
So I know I'm going to go spoon here, and I'm very confident I can get the power perfect. Wind adjustment is going to be a little bit tricky. If there was 0 wind, you would want to adjust 1 to 2 ticks to the left. But obviously we have left to right wind, so...
Nice shot.
We'll do whatever that is. 5 squares to the left-ish. And that's too much. Yeah, I was still over 2 squares to the left.
Nice
Okay.
on.
Wind did not carry me as much as I thought, but in for eagle here for sure. Yeah, that's a good eagle putt there. And I wouldn't say this is the easiest putt, but similarly to hole 8. Oh, wow. Okay, just shorted his putt there. The line was probably fine if he had given him more power. I was going to say similarly to hole 8, he will probably make it, but that's going to be a birdie. Which means I am now 2 up. So 2 up after 12, good place to be. I mean, all I have to do, I feel like, is just play normal to get the win. Joe might have to be a bit more aggressive here to try to pull some back. 13 here. I'm going to try the spoon here. I like spoon on this pin position, although wind is a little bit tricky. Ooh, is that too much? Ooh, okay. Power was actually okay.
Nice.
Needed a tad, like a couple more ticks to the left, or I think if I had gone less power, the line would have been perfect. That was really close. We rolled within like a foot of, you know, the hole-in-one there.
Nice birdie.
So close to the eagle, but it's only gonna be a birdie. don't know what happened there. Might have just gone the wrong dot, or maybe had the wrong club selected was probably more likely. I mean, sometimes when you're kind of just like going through the motions, you think you have, let's say, the 7-iron selected, and you actually have the 5-iron, you end up going that much further. Or sometimes you look at the minimap briefly and you think, okay, that's going to be 3 dots of power, when it actually is only 2 dots, but you just like glanced at it briefly, so you kind of missed that. But don't know what happened, but if he misses this chip, it's going to be 3 up. And he doesn't. Wow, really, really good save. That was a nice chip, especially with like kind of decent crosswind, so good bird from Joe. No points gained or lost that hole. Game is heating up. The game is heating up, that's for sure. On to 14 here, another classic 9, par 5. Looks like we have relatively light wind, which is always nice. 9 miles an hour. Ooh, pin's in a good position, actually. Okay. So this is fine. I'll go spoon here.
Nice shot.
I don't know if full power would go into the bunker. I'll tickle the yellow dot just to be safe. I don't want to go into that fairway bunker. But this is fine. Even with a 9 mile an hour headwind, driver, we can make it there. And yeah, pin's not being guttered by the bunker, so albatross on the table for sure. No, I will go under full power on the driver, but I'm worried a little bit about like the direction of the wind. It's going to blow a little bit to the left. I see Joe up ahead, which means he made it through the trees, which is kind of crazy.
Nice shot.
To be honest, I would never attempt to go through the trees with like any wind. Ooh, gotta go right. Oh my goodness, literally perfect power. Shoot. 1 square to the left. 3 feet? I guess I didn't know 1 square in this game was 3 feet. That's kind of good to know. But dang, good power. Just, so close to the albatross there. Once again, I will play the micro putt. And,
Great eagle.
good eagles from both of us there. We actually both had pretty nice approaches. Interesting play for Joe to go through the trees there with 9 mile an hour crosswind, but both strategies worked for both of us. No points gained or lost on hole 14. 15 we go. Only 4 holes left. I'm still 2 up. You gotta think, like, if I just play normal, the win is mine. Well, actually, that's not entirely true, because if I just play normal, I'm pretty much giving Joe an opportunity to play better than me
Nice shot.
to make a comeback. So obviously if I play normal and Joe plays above normal, he would make a comeback. But if we both play above normal, theoretically the score should stay 2 up. But let's see what we can do here. 15, strong crosswind.
Nice shot.
Oh yikes. It is enough, but I am way left. Shoot.
Nice on.
Well, not the most difficult putt, but
Birdie.
a nervy one, that's for sure. A nervy putt. Good birdie, though. Good save on my end. Gonna be tough for Joe to get an eagle here with this wind, but let's see what he can do. Okay, so he actually under-adjusted for the wind, whereas I over. But should be a birdie here. Should be still 2 up after this. On to 16, 17, and 18. Anything can happen on any of these 3 holes. These are some of the most unpredictable holes in the game. Very, very fun, but very unpredictable. 16, first of all. Shoot. This is interesting, actually. If I blast through the shortcut, the wind's going to carry me into that back right tree, and I'll probably just drop down and go OB. I could go around, actually, and I would still have a chance at a birdie by going around. But if I make it through the shortcut here, eagle's on the table, so I think I'm going to play aggressive here. Especially because I'm 2 up, so even if I go out of bounds and get literally limit out, I'll only lose 1 point, so... No, that's okay. That sucks. That's too much. Shoot. I guess I'm OB, so it doesn't really matter. Joe's going to beat me this hole anyway, so I might as well try it again. If I go OB every single time, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm only going to lose 1 point, so let's try again. That is literally perfect. There's Joe's birdie, so he's gonna take this this hole. But that's actually perfect. If I sink this putt, like it's just gonna be a par, but it would be an eagle if I didn't go OB on the first try. Which is dope. I mean, making it onto the green in one stroke from 16 is always fun. Honestly, that was a really good par. Unfortunately, I did go OB first, so there it is. One up now on Joe with 2 holes remaining.
Nice shot.
Well, full power driver is the only thing I could do there. Clearly didn't adjust enough for the wind. On the green though, but 37-foot putt on only 1 up, so this is a tough putt, but if I make it, I think the chances of winning are extremely high. So I think we will both score the same on 18. But this is a hole where anything can happen, so... And I don't know where Joe's going to be. Let's see if he gets on the green somewhere. Okay, he's right there. He actually has a pretty flat part of the green, so he should make this putt, which means I gotta make mine. They're both up. Oh my goodness. Mine lips, followed by his dropping in. That's kind of funny, actually. In a not-so-funny way. Good birdie from Joe, honestly. Birdie on 17, always good. And I know I was saying earlier, if I just play normal, then I might win. But I haven't even done that. I mean, I guess 16, okay, sure. Played a bit risky to get the shortcut, but 17, that was not. I mean, tricky putt, yeah, but Well, even going into the final hole, what a match it's been. It's been really close. Like, the front 9 was extremely close.
Nice shot.
I started to pull away in the back 9, but it was always limited to 2 up, and then in the last 2 holes, Joe pulls it back. So, well done to Joe for sticking through it, clutching up at the end. We got 18 here. Like I said, I think we're both going to score the same. Whatever it's going to be. Likely going to be 2 eagles here. See if I can get the albatross, though. Imagine stealing the win on the final hole. Ooh. Dang it, okay. Again, really good power, but looked like I was 3 feet to the left of the pin there, is what it looked like. So I'll tap this in for eagle, but I don't... Yeah, likely going to see Joe eagle as well. Where is he, actually? Well, he's crying a strawberry, so... Okay, no, he's on the green still. He's on the green, he's going to sink that, so... Yeah. I think this is literally going to be even after regulation. There it is. Final. 18-hole final. Even. Even Steven. I said at the beginning it was going to be really competitive and really close. I did have a chance there, I think, to secure the win, but played a little bit too aggressive on 16. I think maybe I could have gotten the birdie if I just went around, and then that, obviously, that would have put me 1 up in the end. But I wanted to go for the eagle. I wanted to secure my win. I took the risk. Did not pay off. Joe took advantage of that. And let's decide this with a closest to pin. We are on hole 7 here. Only 4 mile an hour. Nice. I would like to go spoon, but obviously, like, probably just going to hit the tree. I don't think I would generate enough height, so gotta iron it here, I think. 5 iron... It's either 5 iron, no spin, full power, or 3 iron with backspin. I think 3 iron with spin is the play. I don't think full power 5 is going to be enough. Ooh, power looks really good here. Okay, no spin. Yikes. Nintendo's still playing Where's Waldo with my spin. That's crazy. Joe's ban off my screen, so I have no idea where he is, but, oh, well, let's see. To decide the winner. Oh yeah, that's Joe. He didn't spin too far. There it is, 18 feet to 9 feet after 18-hole regulation, even score and match play. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, actually. Very intense all the way up until the end. If you enjoyed match play, let me know. And if you want me to challenge another Switchboards golfer in a match play game, let me know who, and I'll see if we can make it happen. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.